Good morning, my name is Matthias Walle and I'm a PhD student at ETH Zurich in Switzerland, and I'm working on bone and diabetes. And today I'm here at ECTS in Helsinki to interview Lejla Emini, a PhD student in Dresden, Germany. And so first of all, I would like to ask you, what are you presenting here at ECTS?
So today I'm presenting a poster about my PhD project, and the title of my poster is characterizing the bone phenotype in diabetic mouse model. And yeah, we're looking into how the bone is in the context of type 2 diabetes compared to healthy controls.
So that sounds really interesting. Could you briefly outline the main results of your study?
Yes, I mean, we did different things because we first want to establish the bone phenotype. So we're interested in seeing, for example, the bone mineral density and also trabecular number, cortical thickness. So basically really interested in the bone. And we saw that for our diabetic model that we had less bone mineral density. And we were also, of course, interested in establishing that the animals that I'm working with, that they are type 2 diabetic, which we clearly saw. And one of the things we also noticed was, which was really interesting, because we included two controls, one of them being non-diabetic tally-ho, and we saw that there was a huge difference also. So that's pretty cool. So meaning that we can continue with this model to look further into detail, specifically how one of the most conserved evolutionary signaling pathway that is involved in bone remodeling is affecting the bone in the context of type 2 diabetic.
That sounds really nice and like some really cool findings. If you can put this whole study in like the big context of diabetes, where would you say, for example, also for people who are not so familiar with animal models, what's the big picture of these animal models of type 2 diabetes?
So the big picture is, of course, you want to see if we can have more information about the signaling and how that is affected in the bone remodeling, but specifically connected to the type 2 diabetic context. And hopefully in the future, using this characterized model, we want to look further in detail, see if we can find microRNA that are either upregulator or downregulator in terms of the signaling, and hopefully use it as a therapeutic approach in the future.
That'd be really great.
Yeah.
And then finally, I mentioned already you're a PhD student in Dresden. Mm-hmm. Could you briefly maybe mention what your personal next steps are, your career goals, or what you want to achieve next after this?
It depends. I think also now being here at the ECTS, it really showed me that hopefully either I can continue as like a postdoc maybe in the academia, but also connecting more to the industry, which also I've seen a lot of talks here with people coming from the industry and showing some interesting stuff. So it depends if I find something interesting in both fields.
Yeah, definitely ECTS is the right place to be.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for this interview.